Hi everyone, it's Lavinia and welcome. In today's video, I am going to be drawing the Zentangle called Cochombros onto my Bijou tile, as well as on my compilation page. I didn't get a chance to do that in the previous video where I showed you how I drew this. And I'm going to go ahead and just do this video where I can show you how I'm drawing it on here. I already went ahead off camera and added it to my calendar. This is the Inktober 2025 calendar that I got by purchasing a kit through Minutes of Zen. Kelly Bluen is that CZT, Certified Zentangle teacher. And I got that kit, purchased that kit off of her website. So I'm going to set these aside for now. And as far as for my tools, I have my eraser. I have a couple of graphite pencils. This is a 2B. This is part of a kit that I got, or a set of pencils at Hobby Lobby. And then I have this Mars Lumograph. This is a 4B. I have the 4B also in in this set, but I have this out, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. I have my blending stump or tortillon and my little brush here to just brush off any crumbs from the eraser. I have a set of ink pens. These are the Artist Loft, and these were a set of 6, just doubling up the numbers, a 0.1, a 0.5, and a 0.3. I also have these Master's Touch graphic pencils. This is a 0.7, and then this is the brush. I don't know that I'll be using the brush one in this particular video, but let's go ahead and get started. And so this one is called, let's see, I think I will use my 0.7. It's a little bit of a thicker nib. Cochombros. And this is for October 25, the Inktober, and this was day 8. I'm going to put this, as far as what I was feeling for this particular Zentangle, was challenging. I'll put that as a challenge. So let me go ahead and flip this over. And so what I'm going to do first, I think I'll use my 4B just so perhaps it shows up a little bit better here on camera. And I'm going to bring the camera just a little bit lower and closer. Okay, so what I'm going to start with, and this will probably be just a little bit, instead of angular, a little bit curvier. So I am just going to go ahead and put a line, sort of like a curvy line coming down. I'm going to turn this over because I do want the angles to be somewhat symmetrical. So I think I am going to do a V. So coming this way and coming that way. And then I can put that V, or that line that just continues down this way. And so I have my star shape, or at least the 6 lines going there. And then what I'm going to do is just connect these points, or connect these lines. Turn that around. And if you want to put a little dot just to see maybe where you might want to go. Pencil is always good, so you can change it up if you want to. So that's my sort of 6-pointed star. I think I'll go ahead and ink it in now. So let me use, I do have also my Micron PNs, so maybe I will use that. And this is the black one. Just again so you can see it better. I'm going to give it that little bit of a curve. As I mentioned in the other video, this one was a little bit challenging. And there are other ways of, if you want to get it exact, to measure it, but this is how I'm making mine. We'll see if it fits. Hopefully this wasn't too big. But now from here, so this line, I'm just going to go ahead and extend it out a little bit. I'm going to turn it, and again, this line, just going to extend it out a little bit. And if it goes off the tile, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. It's just a matter of, giving it a try. Okay, so now we have that. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a line that's parallel to this one. So here from the first point, or one of the points that you extended, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a wave. So I'm coming here and trying to be parallel to that line. Being a little bit parallel to that line. And then this will be the last one. So it looks like that. And you're already starting to see again that optical illusion effect. And then if these were straight lines, what you would want to do is, so for example, this line here, you're sort of making like rectangles. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect that there. And then technically you would want to then have it as if this was extending coming up here. Mine is a little bit short, but that's okay. I'm going to give it a little bit of a wave. And then here too, you're just closing up this rectangle. And then if you had wanted to, you would connect that as if it was connecting there, but again, I'm just going to bring it down like that. This one I might extend just a little bit further, just so I can make it slanted. And then I'm just going to bring this down. So I'm going to extend a little bit further, connect it. And I'm purposely not making it straight because I don't want to stress about it. And then this one here. And then this one comes down here. And then this is the last one. So that is my Cochombros. On these tiles, I am not shading. I'm going to erase that, but I don't want the camera to shake too much. I'm not shading it, I'm just leaving it as it is. But again, I just wanted to give you this option where if the lines aren't straight, then you know what, go ahead and continue, make it wavy, and you'll get a different variation. So now I'm going to go ahead and add it here. Maybe I will place it here in this area. So let's take a look. So just going to make that line. And bring it on down. And maybe this one I'm going to make even more curvy. And if it goes behind, you know, that's fine. So these lines are even curvier. Again, just a different variation. we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and ink it in. There we go. And so now I'm going to extend these lines, and I am going to continue with that waviness. Let's see what it looks like. So that one's probably going to continue behind there. This one, go that way. Like that. Okay, and now the next thing is making that line which is parallel to this bottom one. So let's go ahead, again, just make it a little bit wavier. I think I'm going to make it shorter than this line that we originally did because we're going to close it that way. So it's parallel to this line. And parallel to that line. And then this one parallel to this line. I think that's it for that. So now we're just going to go ahead and close off these rectangles. So I hope this gives you an idea to try different variations. And then we're just going to make those triangles as if they were to connect here. So coming down that way. Not sure, I may have missed something there, but I can cover it up with some other tangle. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab the graphite and color that in, or give it some shading. So again, just a little bit of illusion here. There might be something off, but I'm not worrying about it. You probably won't even see it once all the other tangles are in there. Grab my blending stump. So that's just a different effect, giving it that waviness to it. And I can also outline this with an aura. I think I will do like that, and then just go ahead and blend that in just a little bit further. And one thing I wanted to add, I wanted to show you, is what's called Bijou. So this little snail. And I thought I would add Bijou over here and maybe along the way. So I'm just going to start with a little spiral. Make sure I'm in camera. Looks like that, and then his little head there, his little antenna. And then I'm just going to shade him in just a little bit. And then as I continue on, I was thinking also I might add him here. I can add them in different locations, but I just wanted to show you that little option there of adding Bijou. So thanks so much for watching in this video. Again, this is Cochombros, a couple of different variations. I will see you in the next one. Bye.